What's up YouTube, Never Lucky Pulse here. Today with an update of my Kashtira-Adventure Deck profile. I made several changes after my locals and I want to show you all the changes now and the deck profile. First off, triple unicorn, no need to explain anything, same like triple Fenrir. I only play now 2 Rysards. I realized I don't need the third copy. I rather play other cards to make the deck more consistent instead of playing 3 copies of him. 2 is fine if you play the adventure engine. If you play without adventure, you can go for 3, but I need space in my deck, therefore only 2 copies. And one Kashtira Scarecrow and one Kashtira T-Element for the Kashtira monsters. So that's it for the Kashtira monsters. Now to the support engines, double Focking in the main deck. If you win the dice roll and you see this guy plus combo, you basically win. He's insane. Prevents Nibiru, Lava Golem, Sphere Mode, all the Kaijus, the whole Rika deck, the Flander deck, whatever. So this card is very, very strong. And next up, 4 copies of the planet. You have to play it. Very cool card. Same as 3 copies of Theosis. Also a no-brainer. A double copy of Birth. I increased it to 2 copies now because it's needed in the mirror match. If you lose your first one against Zeus wipe, you have a tough time coming back, but having the second copy in the deck is always nice. Plus it's a good top deck in case you lost everything, so 2 copies is fine in my opinion. If you play the pure build, you can go for 3 copies, but with the adventure tokens, I don't have the space, therefore only 2 copies. And 1 big bang, obviously. For consistency, triple prosperity, you have to play it. It's the best card in this deck. Next up for the Brave package, 2 Water Enchantress and 1 Foolish Burial. The Foolish is much better instead of a third copy of Water Enchantress because you can use it to dump Water Enchantress, or if you have Birth plus Foolish, you have full combo. So you dump Unicorn to the graveyard, revive it with the Birth, and you can go full YOLO. But with 3 Water Enchantress, you don't want to see Rite of Ermazir plus Water Enchantress plus another Water Enchantress. That would be horrible. That's why you need to be more flexible in this deck, and Foolish Burial is a good tech choice. It sucks if you lose the dice roll in the middle match and your opponent has the Rise Out on the field. Your Foolish is basically dead. But most of the times this card will be better instead of a third copy of Water Enchantress to make the deck more consistent. 1 Griffin, double Ride, double Adventure, and 1 Draco bag. Yeah, 2 rides, you don't need the third copy. You have 3 searchers and plus the Pot of Prosperity, that should be enough. For the hand traps / interruptions, a triple copy of Book of Eclipse, triple copy of Imperm, and triple copy of Ash. Ash is very good at the moment, a lot of branded players out there, so this card is an insta win. Imperm is always nice in the mirror match against the SPR, and the book, obviously, if you lose the dice roll, you need this card, or you can use it as a trap card in case your opponent manages to break your board. This one is a good option. Nibiru, I played Nibiru at my locals, but I wasn't satisfied with Nibiru in the main deck, so I removed him and added multiples of Ash copies and Imperm plus 1 more book. I was playing 2 Ash, 2 Imperms, 2 books, and 2 Nibirus, but I think this ratio is much better in my opinion. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, a double copy of Shangri-La, double copy of Arisat, and double copy of Zeus. You need at least 2 copies. You can go for 3 Zeus if you want, but yeah, 2 is a must, especially in the mirror match. 189, you don't need a second copy. 1 Big Eye, you can play 2 copies of Big Eye if you want, he's the MVP. But 89 is a one-off, perfect. Same as Mecha Phantom Beast Dracossack, also a one-off only. And Happiness. Happiness, very good to out Blackluster Soldier or other cards which can't be targeted and are very huge. You need some negation, and Happiness is plasma effect, negates all your opponent's monsters, and yeah, you can destroy them. That's why I'm playing the Blackluster Soldier, the Link monster. If you use a level 7 or higher monster for him, he's not targetable, and if he destroys 1 monster by battle, you can give him 1.5k attack points. Means your opponent has no out in the mirror match against this card. If he is not running Happiness, he will lose because all the cards are targeting. Dracossack is targeting, Big Eye is targeting, Fenrir is targeting, Arisat is targeting, the Field Spell is targeting, everything is targeting. So this one will be your winner if you manage to summon him. Okay, Zeus isn't out against him, but in the late game, if your opponent lost all his Zeus or you banished them with a unicorn, you can summon him and you basically win. Your opponent has no out. One Donner, one Cherubini for the Brave Engine, one Link Kuribo against the lock, and one Spicy Tech, the Garura. You can banish him with Pot of Prosperity, and you can attach him back with Arisat. So if your opponent manages to clean your board, you get at least one draw, so you have a chance to come back in the game. That's why I prefer him over the Infinite Tracker, which makes you Arisat indestructible by card effects, which is not that great, to be honest. The removal cards are attributing away your Arisat, so you don't need the protection really. This one is a better tech choice if you want to attach something. Okay, now to the side deck. The going first cards, Anti-Spell, double copy, the third copy of Fog King, and triple Solomon Judgment. You need the negations. You have Fog King, you have the Solomon Judgment, the Griffin, so there are a lot of negations slash protections that should be fine in my opinion, and the Anti-Spell is very good, especially in the mirror match. This card is a winner. So only 6 going first cards. Most of the time you will side out for going second the whole Brave token package. That's why I have a lot of going second cards. I have one Feather Duster, one Tactics Talents, one Tactics Thrust. Is a searcher for both of the cards. Triple Lava Golem in the mirror match and triple Evenly Matched. I don't have them at the moment. They are coming in the next few days, but for now I have to proxy them. So Thrust is quite good, but not good enough in the main deck. It's a good side deck card for the Kashtira deck. You can search for Tactics, for Feather Dust, or for Evenly. And the Golem, obviously, a no-brainer. But the Judgment is mandatory, a free off. You need the negations. The Fog King, you can play other cards, but I love to play the Fog King. I mean, having the protection against Sphere Mode, Lava Golem is such a nice feeling against Nibiru. So if you normal summon him after your special summoned Unicorn plus your Brave Token Engine, you most of the time win. As you saw in my duels from the locals, my opponent had no chance if I had the full combo. So yeah, that's it for the side deck. Okay, to recap the deck, it's super strong. It bricks sometimes with the Brave Token Engine, but in the times where you don't brick, you go full YOLO and you will win the game most of the times. I mean, there's no way your opponent opens so godly that he can break your adventure board, your Kashtira board, plus your Fog King protection. I mean, he needs to have like 3 Book of Eclipse in his starting hand to do so, or 2 Book of Eclipse and 1 Imperm, whatever, but it's very unlikely. So I'm very satisfied with the build at the moment. I cutted the Nibiru away from my main deck and side deck because it sucks if you summon him to the field, you can't special your Fenrir or your Unicorn. So I think the Book of Eclipse is a better tag choice in my opinion compared to the Nibiru. You can play Nibiru in other decks, but not in Kashtira. I mean, the Lava Golem in the book is much better in my opinion. But it's up to you what you like to play and how your play style fits to your deck. But for me personally, I dislike Nibiru. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile, guys. Drop a like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye!